If you browse through any bookstore today, the self-help section is basically screaming one overarching message at you. It is all about optimization. Maximize your potential, be the CEO of your own life.
Right, it creates this illusion that your life is just, well, a giant spreadsheet. Like if you just input the right choices and calculate the risks, then out pops guaranteed success.
Yeah, totally. Well, welcome to your custom deep dive. Today, we are taking a stack of your sources, specifically an ancient text from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, alongside a modern theological reflection. And our mission is to unpack what the phrase, life is a series of choices, actually means when you strip away all that modern self-help jargon.
And to understand why we are so obsessed with optimizing, we really have to look at the existential roots. Think about Jean-Paul Sartre's philosophy, for example.
Oh, right, the existentialist stuff.
Exactly. His whole premise is that humans literally make themselves through their choices. So if there is no pre-written destiny, then every single decision you make is defining who you are.
Wow, that is a ton of pressure.
It really is. The pressure is entirely on you to prove your worth and, engineer your own success.
Which turns choices into this incredibly heavy burden. Like, if I fail, it is just because I didn't optimize my spreadsheet enough, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But the ancient text we're looking at today shatters that completely, because the opening of Ruth is just a masterclass in messy, unoptimized reality.
Oh, absolutely. Just look at the inciting incident. A famine hits Bethlehem, forcing a family, so that's Elimelech, Naomi, and their 2 sons, to move to Moab.
Right.
And this isn't some calculated career pivot. Moab was a rival foreign nation. So moving there was just a desperate play for pure survival.
What strikes me about this opening is the total lack of divine intervention. Nobody gets a burning bush telling them to pack up and move to Moab.
Yeah, well, they really got it.
They're just humans reacting to brutal circumstances. And then tragedy compounds. Elimelech dies. The sons marry Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. 10 years pass, and then both sons die too.
Yeah, leaving Naomi entirely alone in a foreign land with her 2 daughters-in-law. The sheer humanity of that sequence is just staggering.
It really is.
It completely dismantles the modern illusion that every major life event is a neatly packaged, spiritually optimized decision. They are in pure survival mode.
Right. So eventually, Naomi hears the famine back home in Judah has ended, and she decides to return. But she stops Orpah and Ruth and tells them to stay in Moab.
Yeah, she gives them the ultimate pragmatic risk assessment.
She basically tells them, I have no more sons for you to marry, I have no wealth, the math simply doesn't work out for you here.
Exactly. She's actively urging them to make the rational choice. Go back to your mother's houses, find a new husband, secure your comfort.
And they all weep, and then we get the split. Orpah kisses Naomi goodbye and leaves. But Ruth famously clings to her.
Yes, she does.
Wait, if we use our modern CEO of your life metric, didn't Orpah actually make the logical, successful choice?
Oh, by every modern standard, Orpah nailed it. She calculated the odds, prioritized self-preservation, and took the path that offered stability.
Meanwhile, Ruth is choosing total poverty and absolute uncertainty as a foreign widow. Like, on paper, it is a terrible decision.
It really is terrible on paper, but look at what Ruth is actually doing here. She isn't calculating her odds or trying to engineer a successful outcome.
Okay, so what is she doing?
She is treating this choice as a test of loyalty. The biblical view presented here completely flips our perspective. Choices aren't meant to prove your ability to guarantee success. They are a testing ground for faithfulness.
Oh, wow. That redefines the entire concept of a good choice. The text ties this back to the book of Deuteronomy, which commands people to choose life.
Right, choose life.
But in Ruth's context, choosing life didn't mean choosing the safest, most prosperous route. It meant choosing a path of profound sacrifice because it was the faithful thing to do.
Exactly. Our choices don't make our lives valuable just because they lead to a win. They are simply the place where our character and loyalty are tested in the face of uncertainty.
So when you look at your own big decisions today, say a major career pivot or a cross-country move, it forces a really uncomfortable question.
It really does. What metric are you actually using?
Yeah. Are you evaluating your next move based on fear, comfort, and personal gain? Or are you evaluating it based on faithfulness?
Because as we see with Orpah and Ruth, those 2 metrics often point in entirely different directions.
So true. Which leaves us with this thought. If society constantly trains us to evaluate a good choice solely by the visible success and comfort it brings, how do we recognize the right choice when it is disguised as a path of hardship and sacrifice?